am Brown Girl Banter.
I am Brown Girl Banter.
We are Brown Girl Banter. You are Brown Girl Banter.
We need to at least update you about like where we've been, what have we been doing, what are we working on, any new projects we have going, things of that sort. So, you want me to start?
Yeah, you start.
Okay. I don't know if Lennox was born, but Lennox is here. I couldn't even remember, which is sad. He probably was.
He was born.
Yeah, he'll be 2 in July. And so really I have been rocking out the mom thing. Taking care of 3 is very different than taking care of 2. And it's a boy. And so he has definitely been a game changer. I always wanted to be a boy mom. And then I had 2 girls. So I was like, okay, girl mom, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then this boy has come and rocked the house. Okay, baby? Zuri is like, mama. You go get him, like he is off the chain. But he's been a joy. Counseling with patients is still up and going, doing private practice, which I really love and really enjoy. But I feel like I say this every season. I know y'all are tired of me. I am looking, to see how to expand, what other things I want to do. I was at a conference this last week, and I really talking about people are like, why aren't you teaching and all of these things, and I'm like, I'm not sure if teaching specifically like counseling skills or counseling theory is my passion. What I do love is if I can teach a practicum course or a supervision course or things of that sort.
Those are options.
Yeah, I had to like wean that down though with another colleague that went from Texas there at the conference. So it was really good. I love those type of things. Really gets the energy going. But other than that, been sitting plotting with this one on how to get BrownGirl Banter back up and running, and just really been focusing in on self-care, taking care of me, kind of get through the first quarter of 2023. So it's been good. I can't complain about too much. What about you?
Well, let's see. Last year, I think after we ended, I started teaching again, which I teach for a Canadian university, and I didn't know that I was missing that piece until I start back teaching. And so that has been my thing. It's like I teach a interventions course and a biopsychosocial. And this summer I get to teach counseling skills and assessment. So I'm excited about that. So that's part of what I've been doing. Then LV Dangerfield LLC, my business, Reimprint Your Life, whatever we call it, because I do business as Reimprint Your Life, that's up and going. But I really honing in on what my passion is as always working with the mental health professional and what I do. And so we were laughing just before we started, is that I was talking about I want a grant to get some marketing done for my business. And the lady was asking me, what do you do? Explain, what do you do? I said, I just do me, helping other counselors be them. And I was like, but she was like, that's not.
She's like,
I need some more words to that. And I'm like, oh, okay, but that's what I do. And so I said, but some of the stuff that that she's suggesting I do, I did that before, prior to before mental health probably was sexy when people started talking about it. So that's it. So being able to grow and develop my business into the next level of what it's supposed to be, and knowing that my work is working with other mental health professionals and how that's going to play out, because I love them on all the journey. Their journey, from being a master's level student up until licensure, to they deciding to build their own business or grow their profession, their professional identity. What is it? And I walk along that journey. Not so fun things that have happened. First quarter of 2023, I lost my mom in February. So that kind of pushed us back a little bit, because we were supposed to be recording when we went through that whole transition with my mom, and it was a sudden experience, but it was and I don't know if people understand when I say it was a good experience. From when it started happening until the end. And so, just being able to really look at entrepreneurship and dealing with loss has been a topic that has been kind of poking at me to have more conversations around. So, so now, and my girl, I had to give it to Dr. Patient. She was right there doing all of this. with me, and I was like, you know, you doing it. And she was like, I gotta take care of you. She'll call me. What you doing? You taking a nap? I was like, yes, I've had my nap. You eating?
Yep.
Yeah. And if I wasn't, she's like, okay, look out, it's gonna be a delivery in a few minutes. And I'm like, okay. So just, you know, my friends stepping up, taking care of me. I'm used to being the one to take care of people. And having people take care of me was a little foreign, but it was good at that moment.
I'm glad, yes.
Yeah.
You know, I lost my mother back in 2019, and
Yeah.
she was there for me. And so I was glad that I had the opportunity to be there for her during her time too, of grief, which grief is a process, right? We're
It
always going
is.
through that.
It is a
And so,
process.
you know, if you know someone who's going through some kind of grief, you know, sometimes people are like, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do. And so I just don't gotta do something.
Not do something,
Exactly.
but be there, because like people are there like the first week, the first month, but then after that, when people go home, like it's almost like when people go home, they don't check in as much. So like now it's times where you just need to just check in and say, hey, just checking in on you, how you doing. Those things right there are very important.
Yeah, I agree. I have friends who 3 years later still call me to check on me, to say, just like, I was thinking about you, how have you been doing about your mom? I know your relationship with her. And so like, they even to this day, knowing that, you know, years later, still will check in on me about that specific thing. Yes, about life and work and marriage and kids, but about specifically grief. And so that is valuable. So you can always hold space for somebody.
Yes,
you really, really can.
You can.
And so it doesn't matter when the event was, just to check in, that really means something. So don't shy away from that.
No, not at all.
Friends need you too.
They do.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now you know where we've been, and now you know why we've been away. Life was a life then. But again, we are so glad to be back and to be present with you. So